Not guilty verdict in the case of the so-called D.C. sandwich guy. Charles Dunn had been accused of throwing a sandwich at a Border Patrol agent during the federal law enforcement surge here in Washington over the summer. The moment went viral, as you remember, but the officer wasn't hurt, and jurors now say the federal charges didn't even meet the moment. Dunn had this to say after the verdict.
Opened their hearts and homes to me. I am eternally grateful. And I am so happy that justice prevails in spite of everything happening. And that night, I believe that I was protecting the rights of immigrants.
Joining me now, Washington managing editor Catherine Falters, also our legal contributor, Shauna Lloyd. So, Catherine, what more do we know?
Well, we knew that Charles Dunn obviously was in court. The jury was deliberating through yesterday and into today, and they found him not guilty. Now, not guilty of course, causing any bodily harm to the officer, that agent who he threw the sandwich at. Now, we heard testimony from that agent, from that officer, just yesterday or the day before, where he took the stand describing the incident of the sandwich hitting him. He said the sandwich hit him and exploded on him, and that he felt the impact of the sandwich, but that it didn't hurt him. Now, we do know that throughout the course of jury deliberations, they did ask for the definition of bodily harm. What does that exactly mean? That's what the jury was considering here. Did that sandwich that hit the officer physically hurt the officer? We heard the officer's testimony. He said it didn't hurt him, so that obviously factored in to their decision here today. You saw him speak there afterwards, obviously in court. He said he's relieved and looked forward to moving on with his life.
I'm not going to lie. It's very hard to do this entire segment with a straight face. Shauna, what do you make of the jury's decision here?
The jury's decision is legally sound because the charge we're talking about requires the officer to have believed that they were in imminent harm or that the ability to harm him was there. And when we talk about this injury, you know, when we look at a sandwich, he was able to see the sandwich. They're in close proximity. It's wrapped. Hitting at someone with a sandwich isn't causing an injury, nor could you believe that you were going to be injured. So the verdict is very consistent. And this is why we have a grand jury process, right? The grand jury even rejected charges associated with this because I think it just does not meet the criminal standard.
I have to agree with you on that. Shauna, Catherine, thank you.